Romans 12:17 says, "Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone." Today we're talking about recalculating. I have the backdrop of Birmingham and the Vulcan right in front of me here. Beautiful place if you've never had a chance to visit. You can pay to go up in the tower, and probably the best view of Birmingham. Today we are recalculating. I know as I've been making these videos, I've had to make adjustments and tried to self-evaluate and see my mistakes and try to get better there. But GPS, today is a long adventure. I've got a couple different stops to make. Now I'm headed up to Arab, Alabama. And during my adventure today, there were a couple times where my GPS would need to recalculate. And it was significant enough to make a video about it. So, maybe you need to take a recalculation in your life. There may be some habits or things that are going on right now that you do not like. And you have the opportunity each day to adjust and recalculate. Also, remember that the GPS that's guiding you, it never cusses at you or screams at you when you make a wrong turn. So be nice to yourself during the recalculation process too. It'll be better. Looking forward not to beat yourself up over the issues. Simply just seek forgiveness for that and ask God for forgiveness for the ways that you fail. Speaking of forgiveness, this has been something that's been changed in my life. Recently I realized that truly forgiving is to not retaliate. So I always was rocking the terms, to forgive and forget, and I felt like I'm pretty good at forgetting, so therefore I'm pretty good at forgiving. Really, they're separate. Forgiveness means to not retaliate. So even though someone has wronged you in the past, you're not going to take the opportunity to retaliate or to do wrong or to wish wrong on them. So maybe that new perspective of forgiveness will help you during the recalculating process. How often do you recalculate in your life? I feel like that's really important. Is it a recentering each day? Do you start your morning by kind of recalculating? Or do you find a hard stop in your Friday afternoon to recalculate what the next week's going to look like? A lot of times if we feel lost and we feel like we're wandering, it's a good time to recalculate and gather more information so we can make a better next step forward. I often feel the need to reconnect or adjust or recalibrate not only my heart and my mind, but my relationships. At the point that I start to feel distant towards a friend or don't necessarily know what's going on in their life, that's a good chance to reconnect or recalculate. Bruce Lee, he is the staple ninja of the past, and he loves to talk about water and water and taking the path of least resistance. We got to remember that our body is majority water. I always mess up that statistic or percentage, but naturally we're going to take the path of least resistance. Me being on the top of the hill, I had to deliberately make an effort to come here to film this video. It wasn't a part of my standard path, and so maybe that'll help you out in the future. So y'all have a great weekend.